Hey, what's up, y'all? Today we're going to talk about the ridiculous expense of camping on Hanging with the Hazes Uncensored. We're also going to give some tidbits and some information for those that are new to camping, help you keep a little bit of money in your pocket. Stay tuned for this show. It's going to be a good one.
Welcome to Hanging with the Hazes Uncensored, exclusively broadcast on YouTube. The dynamics of this show are going to be PG-13 only. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and our Facebook group. Hanging with the Hazes Uncensored is rated PG-13 for those who are comfortable with the language that will be used in a PG-13 movie. It does contain honest and upfront reviews about camping, camping apparatus, and things of that nature. Please be advised. Coming to the stage is the king of crazy. Let's put our hands together and welcome the king of crazy, Keon Hayes, and Hanging with the Hazes.
What's up, fam? Show you right.
That's right. Give it up for my main man. Now let's get into this.
What's happening, family? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all doing? All right. So I got my main man, the man with the master plan, Brother Rob, with me today. Y'all show him some love.
What's going on, people? What's going on? Oh, am I looking over here?
Yeah, you got a camera right there. So today we are going to talk about camping and its ridiculous expense. Now, this is Hanging with the Hazes and it's uncensored. So if I don't make it to that button to keep you from hearing some like that, then I'm sorry. Y'all already know it is PG-13 oriented, and pretty much you are going to hear whatever you hear. With that being said, we're going to groove out a little bit, and then we're going to get to talking about how we started camping and then how expensive that has gotten. Y'all ready for that? Give me just 1 second and let me set the mood. Oh, yeah. So, when we started camping, we got into this lifestyle because, it was reasonably expensive. Now, Rob, I don't know when you started camping, but roughly what were you paying when you started, camping and things like that?
My wife usually pays for everything, but it's, I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's act like I know. You go to a site, let's say Frontier Town in Ocean City. It's about $975 for 4 days.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's more now. I think now we're about at $1,100.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been doing this for about 4 years now.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that the $900 is worth it when you can go to a hotel and stay for half the goddamn price?
I'd rather RV.
Okay.
Because, you have nature and you got the pools and the kids are having a good time. But I wish it was cheaper. But I feel like after COVID, they know that people didn't want to go to hotels. Mm-hmm. So people started RVing more. What's that? Supply and demand. Yeah. So they say we supply the space and we demand more money.
Well, I made a comment a long time ago, or a little while ago, actually about a month and a half ago, I did a show, and I basically said that campgrounds made a shit ton of money during COVID. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's ridiculous that they made this much money and now they're claiming that they got to recoup money. At least that's what they're saying. I don't agree with that. I think that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's garbage because we bought an RV during COVID.
Right. You sure did.
Because when you go to sleep, you know that the pillow's clean. You know that the RV is I'm not disinfected. I mean, it's your germs. There's not a whole bunch of people in there. You don't have to spray the light fixtures and the phones and all that. So I don't know. everybody's going to cry they lost money. And maybe the first couple of months they did because everybody was just scared to do anything.
Right.
But if people anything like the wife and I, it paid off to go camping.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, a little bit about my story. I ended up having to full-time right before COVID started. And to give you an idea, pre-COVID, you could get into a reasonable camp space for $70. And we talking decent. We talking pool. We talking something for the kids, all that good stuff. And then the moment that COVID hit in 2020, most places like Cherry Hill down the road and the KOAs, man, that thing jumped 35-40% because, like you said, for demand. But to have to pay $950 for 4 days to go to the ocean, man, that's crazy. That's insane.
It's irritating because I took the wife down to South Carolina to that place.
Outer Banks, neck of the woods?
No, in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
It was right out of Myrtle Beach. It was Sun Outdoors.
Okay.
And I paid about $700-800 for 4 days. I mean, it was a nice place, but it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
So all we could really do was play mini golf.
Right.
And eat some food and do whatever. But, she had a good time, so that's all that matters. Then they want you to run a golf cart for $75 a day.
Yeah, because them resorts down there big, man.
Some places don't want you to bring a golf cart.
Yeah.
So now you're going to charge me $75 to rent a golf cart with a flat tire.
What?
It had a flat tire. I mean, I'm a fat boy. Don't get it. But it had a flat tire.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, I kid you not, man. So I had to go back and get another one. It's just, I don't know. It's a racket. It's a racket. But hey, now you hear commercials. Buy land and start an RV park. Use the land to rent RV spaces. So this stuff is getting lucrative and people know it. Yep.
So you had to pay $75 for a golf cart that had a flat tire.
Had a flat tire. I woke up the next day. I went to go drive. I made a turn. I'm like, this tire is flat. And the thing only went like 6 miles an hour. Now, granted, the speed limit was 5, but
right.
let me regulate my speed. Don't regulate my speed.
I mean, because it is South Carolina, man. If you got to run away from some stuff, you need to be going a little bit more than 6 miles an hour. I think nobody's trying to hear that.
Oh, yeah, I can run faster than that call with my brother.
Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this. Like, over the last couple of years, where have you gone that you've liked that you are willing to pay the money?
What's that Charles place we went to?
Cape Charles. Down at KOA, down there, right there by the Bay Bridge Tunnel.
I enjoyed Cape Charles. Food was good.
Oh, yeah, man.
And the view was really nice.
Man, wasn't
it? I love Frontier Town.
Okay.
Right out of Ocean City. It's 10 minutes from Ocean City, but when you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle, you go out there.
Okay.
It's great if you have children also, because it has an amusement park. They have horse, cowboys and
really?
Indians and whatever they do. But I like it, and it's relaxing. You could back up to the water, and they have all type of water sports. So, but my favorite spot, honestly, was Sun Outdoors in Myrtle Beach.
I haven't been to Frontier Town in probably 20 years. So
yeah.
I don't know how that's changed. It wasn't even Frontier Town then. I can't remember what it was, but I'm glad to know that they're still doing it. Castaways was down there, and I think that was really popular. But again, that got so expensive that it was just, I'm just not doing it. We did have reservations this year, and luckily they got canceled because at $235 a night, what am I really paying for?
I'm not paying $235. Like I said, Frontier Town, you get the full hookup and sewer, and you get everything you need, and there's plenty of bathhouses out there, but they're getting expensive. We go out there for sand soccer every year in June.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, the spots are about $125, $130, and they give a military discount and all that. But I joined the military for the discount.
Yeah.
I went to Iraq, so I get 10%.
10% and the benefits. So don't forget that.
It's Chili's.
Yes.
Yeah, but it gets ridiculous, but it's only once a year.
Okay.
But I'm sure I've seen some spots where they want like $160, $175 a night.
Oh yeah.
And it's a nice spot. It's a whole patio and they got the fire pit. But I don't need that.
Here's my thing, man. if I'm gonna spend $170 a night, it has to be what I call the Disney experience.
Agreed.
Now, when I go to Walt Disney World, and I only stay on Disney's campground because of the children, but if I'm going to stay at Walt Disney World and pay that kind of money, and y'all have to forgive me, but when you got diabetes, all kinds of beeps and stuff go off while you're recording, but I'm going to silence that
I
now.
forgive you.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay.
I was mad for the first 2 seconds I heard the beep, and I realized.
Yeah, it was just telling me that I shut this insulin off to charge this thing. But anyway, I compare everything when you start talking that kind of money to Walt Disney World. Now, when you pull into Walt Disney World, you are the customer and you are right. Everything that you do is right. Everything that you say is right. Everything that you get with your site is right. You know, and so when you're paying that kind of money, it's almost like, okay, no problem. I'm willing to give you $175 a night for this experience. And if I'm not getting that somewhere else, man, I got an attitude.
Well, yeah. You know, I really, if I book something, I'm trying to surprise somebody or whatever, you know, it's, you know, I really look deep into it. But, you know, we planned a road trip to go somewhere, you know, across country, because I have a travel trip.
Okay.
And
tell the people what you got, by the way. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have a 2021 Forest River Salem.
Okay.
With the full bunkhouse in the back. We got the bunkhouse for my daughter.
Okay.
And her friends.
For the children. Okay.
You know, they back there go make TikToks. Meanwhile, I'm up front.
Yeah.
Crunched up.
I hear you.
But you know, you do it for the kids.
Yeah.
I love it. I rent it.
Okay.
You know, it makes pretty decent money. It paid my kids' private school off.
Mm-hmm.
But
you were talking about the cross country?
Between gas and between, you know, staying at these places. Now, of course, Harvest Host.
Mm-hmm.
If your listeners don't know about Harvest Host, you could stay on a farm, alpaca farm, whatever farm for free.
You know, interesting. You mentioned that y'all go out to the channel. I have a link out there that'll get you a Harvest Host free month. So make sure you take advantage of that. Just scroll through Harvest Host. I talked about it, and it's a free month. And now you're hearing firsthand, Harvest Host saves you some money. It puts some money back in your pocket.
Yeah. You might stay on a winery,
mm-hmm.
and you just have to buy a bottle of wine. You don't have to buy a $10,000 bottle of wine. They just buy something.
Yeah.
You know, give back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't have full hookup. You know, you boondock.
Yeah.
But some of these places are beautiful.
Listen, I have no problem paying to boondock, and I can stumble back to my unit. You know, that's just. You know,
oh yeah, without a doubt.
I like that. Yeah. So you were talking about going cross country, and did you have an idea how you wanted to do that to cut back on costs of these campgrounds?
Well, Harvest Host was our plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because some of these places, even stay for a night, they want, you know, $120.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of these KOAs, you know, you might be able to get over for about $55, $65.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a overnight KOA. It's not I'm staying there for long.
Uh-huh.
You go, plug up, you know, you go to sleep, you wake up and you pull off.
Right.
And it was just going to be really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper with a Class A.
You know, all right, so let's talk about that. Is it cheaper depending on the unit? I'm not going to say that it is, and I'll tell you why. With a Class A, the only advantage I have is I can pull up and then I can go to sleep. That's the only advantage. Cheaper? I don't know. Because there are certain things that become a headache. I can't back up with a car.
Yeah, this is true.
And that, believe it or not, becomes a pain in some of these places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, each unit has its pluses and minuses, and that is the biggest minus when you have a car behind your coach. Like you can see this one behind us now. If I have to back up, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I have to disconnect, and that happened to me. We were on our way to Florida, and this truck broke down, and I couldn't go through the lane. I had to get out, disconnect the car, move the car, hop in the coach, turn the coach around, hop back out, reconnect the car. Now I'm pissed. Like now I'm irritated. I'm pissed. I don't even, it's not fun no more at that point. So at least with you have the luxury of being able to back up.
Yeah, I know. I can back up. You know, we always try to find a pull through because I don't want to back up. If I get somewhere at 10 o'clock at night, now my wife has gotten a lot better.
Oh, okay.
And ground guiding me.
Oh,
because I'm telling you, the first time I hit the side of the house, it was horrible. She was like, I don't know what to tell you to do. One night it was dark and she got me right in there. So, I've
Wait a minute. Did you say that you hit the house?
Oh yeah, when we first got the RV. Now, I'm a truck driver. However, I didn't really know the angle.
Right.
And instead of me really saying, okay, let me do this, I'm letting her guide me. And she guided me, but I was too close to the house. So when I pulled up, the trailer brand new. And I scraped so now when it rains and the water comes down, it comes down like in the middle. It doesn't really go to the back because the drain is crushed. I feel judged, but don't judge me. Judge your mama.
I don't even know what moving on.
Okay. But I like a pull. I like a good pull.
Oh yeah.
If there's no pull through, then I'll back in, man. I just stay as close to the left as possible.
And there's nothing worse than somebody trying to back in a unit 3 o'clock in the morning after you decided to run as much as you could, and all you hear is that diesel. I don't want to disturb nobody like that. So yeah, pull through. I pull in. I put sometimes I don't even put all my slides out. I put that bedroom slide out. I shut it down and I get into bed. Usually I got to fight a 13-pound dog to get my spot, but nevertheless, I just get into bed, man. And that's it. Harvest Host, though, I will tell you, if you plan it out right and you look at like aerial maps, a lot of them, man, you can just pull in, hit the jacks, and you sleep.
Yeah, my next RV is a Class A.
Yeah,
with leveler diesel. I don't want any more gas. Even though diesel a little more expensive, but I got this truck and I bought the truck before I bought the RV. No, yeah, I bought the truck and then bought the RV.
Okay,
and I would have bought a diesel.
Okay,
but the diesel was $10,000 more. So I was like,
oh yeah,
we're gonna stick with what we got. And don't get me wrong, this 6.4 Hemi is awesome until you hook something to it.
And then it's back there.
500 miles to the tank. No, you don't know it's back there.
Okay.
The gas gauge knows it's back there.
Oh yeah.
Because you go from 500 miles to the tank to about, if you really baby it, about 224. And but it's gas, so it's not horrible. But I'm hoping diesel does better.
Yeah. Okay. So just give you a comparison's sake, I get about with the crickets. Sorry, I get about 8 miles to the gallon, and I have a 330 back there Caterpillar, which if I baby it, I might get 9, but I don't care. I'm gonna be truthful with you. I just don't want to get into a situation where I'm coming through Virginia up 81, and then I got every tractor trailer throwing me from one side of the road to the other because they're passing me. That's the one thing that I definitely don't miss with a gas unit. But I mean, you got a good strategy there, and I think you are definitely on the right track. So before we wrap this up, is there anything else camping wise that you want to warn the people about, or tell them, or share, just in general? Actually, let me rephrase that. New person out there, they're gonna get a travel trailer. What would you tell them? Like, best advice you could give them?
If you're going to look for a travel trailer, it depends. If you have children, make sure it's kid friendly. That's why I got the bunkhouse with a door. Your kids can go back there, close the door, and enjoy life. Make sure you get a 50 amp. Don't settle for the 30 amp, because when it's hot out there, you need those 2 air conditioners to keep you comfortable.
Yeah.
Make sure you buy the right truck, because don't buy an F-150 for a 9,000-pound RV, because I'm telling you, you're going to be doing a wheelie up the highway. You need a 2,500 in there.
Okay.
And It's like if anybody rides motorcycles, if you buy a small motorcycle, you know, eventually you're going to want a bigger one.
Yeah.
So if you get a travel trailer, eventually you're going to want a Class A, or you're going to want a Class C. You're going to want something you can drive and pull your car. You know, so before you get that Class A, you know, think about what you really want in the long run.
I got you.
And and if you buy cheap, be ready to pretty much, if you spend 5 days in a campground, give yourself a day. Within those 5 days, it may be 3 hours this day, 3 hours this day to do maintenance, because you're gonna have to do maintenance.
Yeah.
Something is gonna fall off. Something is gonna be leaking. Something is gonna be, you know, you're gonna have to readjust the TV mount. You're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, and I think that's with any unit. Like every time we pull over, it seems like I'm fixing something or readjusting. It's just the nature of the beast. But that is definitely good advice. Feel free to hit us up. You can text us. You can leave a comment. You can do whatever you want to get in contact with us. I'll make sure that I have Rob back on again. We are about to go and grab some grub. We decided on this beautiful 75-degree day to hook up with some friends and grab something to eat. Word. So with that being said, I want to thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. I want to personally thank my man, Rob the Man,
anytime,
for hanging out with us today. With that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. It has been a true pleasure. Make sure that you stay with us. May 1st is the premiere of Hanging with the Hazes Uncensored. It as you see, we talk about it for what it is. There's no cut cards over here. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn this thing over to my DJ, my main man, Funky Skunk. You have a mighty fine one, and I'm out of here.
Funky Skunk.
Yes.
Be sure to join us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and you can always catch us on Facebook and YouTube. Hanging with the Hazes.